both my parents grew up in basically object poverty. You know, they survived off of like whatever was passing through the land at the time. My grandfather was shooting pigeons and they were eating frogs' legs or whatever they could. My mother's first grocery store, I think she was 17,
No.
you know, and my father grew up in a small fishing village in Newfoundland. My mother grew up in the surrounding area of Toronto. My mother was aware because there were haves and have-nots.
Yes.
My father grew up where everybody was a poor fisherman or working as a in the sawmill or whatever it happened to be, and they only talk about happy memories as a child because there were no haves. There were only have-nots,
Yes.
right? And so it was the contrast of the haves that might, if I had that, I might be happy, you know, whereas, you know, my dad had one of the only bicycles in the village that he got, but it had no tires, so he tied a rope on it. And so every rotation would be the knot,
Yeah.
and they bump over the knot on the rope on dirt roads, you know, and so it was, but yet they're happy. Like, I mean, my father's from Newfoundland, and they're all known as happy, dancing, laughing sort of
Yeah.
people, you know. But it's that it's totally that there is perspective in the matter of
Yeah. It's it's
yeah,
it's tough sometimes, but when you start to compare your life with other people's lives and things like that, that's when the things can go wrong because you can you don't compare your life with no one's lives.
yeah,
You have to find where is your life, what you want from life, you know, how you want to feel with the life you have.
yeah,
Well, it's not like what you want to have. Maybe things been happening in my life. It's not because I make a plan. It's not because I designed it to be that way. I just leave what lives put in front of me and try to do what feels me comfortable, make me feel comfortable and happy, and share that, show that to the people. You have to share. You have
yes,
to show people,
yeah, yeah.
not with words, with your behaving.
All right. So now let's thread this needle. How do you bring together the fact that you are singularly focused on a goal, yet you don't need things to be happy?
Sorry.
So you don't need things to be happy, yet you are singularly focused on a goal and you actually have many achievements in life.
Yes.
So what is that driving if you're not trying to, I think that many people make the assumption that you're after something because you feel it's going to bring you some level of satisfaction, which we might equate to happiness.
Yes.
And so if you're driven by the acquisition of experiences or doing things to become happy, yet you say you are happy because you don't need anything, those things seem a bit at odds. Tell me why they're not at odds.
It's not like I don't need them. It's not. It's. I know I can be happy without having them. I know that. Now, I like to like I make guitars so people can have things, can have that guitar. But it's not the guitar only. It's the whole story about how that guitar is, why it's here, and the relation you have. It's the thing. It's the relation you have with people and what people do. Of course, I like my chisels, and I'm like, oh, I love to work with my chisels. But if I didn't have my chisels, I will find a knife. I will no, I will find a way. It's
Yeah.
like I will find a way.
Yes.
And if I don't have tools enough to make a guitar, I will make something else. You know, that's the way I see it.
So why make anything?
That's a need I have. I have needs. Why make anything? It's because I want to see what it's already there, but I couldn't see it if I don't make that. If that makes sense.
How do you know that's not a hallucination?
Well,
How do you, yeah,
well,
yeah.
I can imagine something,
Yeah.
and usually before when I start to make a guitar, not only guitar, but I've been focused on guitars for the last years. I see it before. I see like almost. I can hear it almost, and then I feel I'm ready to start to make it. But I'm not sure. how it's going to sound and how it's going to look until I can make it, until I make it. And in the process of making, I get surprised with what happened, like difficulties or a learning curve who makes me change what I had in my mind only. And about the sound, I need to make it to hear it, and for other people hear it, and for other people use it, and making things which I will never hear it if I didn't make that guitar. Or basically that's it. So I have a need. I think it's a human need to make things. Why we make things? Why? It's because some people don't get bored doing nothing. If I win the lottery, I will keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I will not change. Maybe I will change the conditions or whatever. But it's, for me, like, doing nothing, it's tough. It's tough. It's really tough.
Thank you for watching and listening. You can find more episodes wherever you listen to your podcasts. And a special thanks to those who support us on Patreon. It's your support that enables us to do this work.